It was the central theme of fantasy and escapism in Billy Liar that re-emerged in The Fall and Rise of Reginald Perrin. As Reggie, Len created one of his most popular roles as the suburban businessman who, on the verge of a nervous breakdown, fakes his own death and returns in a variety of different guises in order to reinvent himself.
I first met Len in 1975. By that time, I think he'd already done Rising Damp, which is something I watched religiously. But years ago, he was on things like Z-Cars, one-off plays for the telly, nearly always playing kind of seedy guys wearing a Mac. I mean, he was not a comic. I mean, he was not a comedian. He was sort of great. He was a wonderful actor of comedy, but he didn't purely. I mean, he wasn't just like sort of Reg Varney or Terry Scott or somebody of that ilk. He was very much a character actor.
Reggie, I want you to make a speech on Friday at the British Fruit Association seminar at Bilberry Hall.
Oh, my God.
Wonderful, CJ.
Some fellow was going to talk on improvements in kitchen hygiene, but he's had to cry off with food poisoning. I want you to talk on the role of luxury desserts in a competitive industrial society.
Oh, my God.
Wonderful, CJ.
I've decided on the title for your speech myself.
Wonderful, CJ.
Oh, my God.
What?
He lived the life that a lot of commuter office workers would like to have lived.
The title of the speech is, Are We Getting Our Just Desserts? Reggie?
Yes, CJ.
Are you sure you can handle this speech? You seem to be losing your powers of concentration.
It's just not sleeping too well, CJ. I don't think I'm losing my powers of... what did you say?
Concentration!
I came into it because I was up in Granada land. I was working for Granada in Crown Court and staying at a hotel in the country just outside, and suddenly a heavy parcel arrived from the BBC, and I thought, what on earth can this be? And it was a hardback novel of Reggie Perrin. And John Howard Davis had attached a note saying, read this, would you like to play CJ? So I thought, well, that's very nice of him. So I started to read it. And it got better and better and better and better. And I closed the last page and reached for the phone almost before I'd put the book down and said, yes!
Hello? Yes, he is. CJ.
Morning, CJ.
I want to see you, Reggie.
Yes, certainly, CJ. Well, any time this morning will suit me best. Certainly, CJ. Seeing CJ, 2:30 this afternoon.
I just think he was so superb. I don't make any bones. I'm a kind of Leonard Rossiter groupie. With millions of others, I hope, but I always have been. He was lovely to work with. He knew his job, which I always love in people. I learned from him. In fact, many times, really, all I had to do was speak to him and time my lovely lines rightly. Leonard did the rest. Yes? I can see that first shot even now, because that was the very first shot that I filmed. So I was thrown in at the deep end because it was a case of being ravished on top of an office desk in the middle of a field, or running slowly towards him with my hair down. And I'd met him only about 40 minutes before that.
What?
Nothing, CJ.
I loved the fact that she didn't notice that he came in and said silly things, that he missed the umbrella stand more often than not. She just got up and picked up his umbrella. It was all part, and she rather loved him.
Morning, Joe.
Morning, Mr. Perrin. Leonard's comedy makes me laugh. He is the master of delayed reaction. I don't know anybody better.
Joan, I've got a proposition to make.
Oh, that sounds promising.
I'll give you 50% more than you're getting at the moment. Money, I'm offering you a job.
Oh, I see.
Yes, there's only, what did you think I was talking about? Oh, I see.
On the very first day, down in Dorset, and we filmed what became a fairly famous scene, the safari park, when we all sat in the car and the monkeys jumped on. I remember filming this thing in the heat with Len, first day. None of us thought Perrin was, didn't think it was going to do anything really. It was just another job. Obviously quite funny. And it felt awful. I mean, it's always one of the ironies about filming, that sitting in a hot car, because we had to have the windows down, feeling terrible with two little kiddies in the back and feeling sick, and Len doing his thing. And it turned into one of the funniest scenes in Perrin, I think.
What's that?
Stalling.
Why have we pulled up?
Because I'm hot. It's like a Turkish bath in here. Open the window.
You're not supposed to. It's dangerous.
What did you and Linda have to eat yesterday?
Squid with garlic. Why?
Just wondered.
We're approaching lion country. Close all windows.
So we could have had the window open.
Sorry.
If in trouble, blow your horn and wait for the white hunter. Lions soon.
Why are lions?
Why are lions what?
Why are lions lions?
Because they come from other lions.
Why aren't lions ants?
Because they don't come from ants' eggs.
Why am I me?
Oh, shut up.
Dad, please, I must ask you not to talk like that.
I done biggies.
That's not the right way to say it, Adam. It's I've done biggies.
Let them talk the way they want to, Mom.
Well, they should be held to speak correctly. They might want jobs with the BBC one day.
Yes, and the BBC newsreaders all say, I've done biggies.
It's just our own way of picking them up. We treat them not as children, but as tiny adults.
Oh, shut up, you bearded prig.
Reginald! If Dad feels like that, he should get it off his chest.
Sorry, but why am I a bearded prig?
You really want to know?
Yes.
Because you have a bright red open-plan finished playpen, you put supposedly witty house adverts in the Cookham and Thames Ditton Chronicle, you brew your own parsnip and nettle wine, you smoke revolting briar pipes, you built a Gothic stone folly in your garden, and you called your children Adam and Jocasta and made them eat garlic bread the moment they were off the breast. All right? Not at all.
Last bloody thing. Hate cars, I hate bloody machines.
The first series was very difficult to do. It's full of technical things which the BBC wasn't terribly good at that time. And machinery probably wasn't as good then as it is now. I mean, there was all that stuff with the hippopotamus, the mother-in-law hippopotamus. And Len had to think, and as he thought, the hippopotamus had to come into his head.
Well, don't forget we're going to see Mother on Sunday.
And to try and time that, because Len knew what his internal timing of, suddenly, there's the hippopotamus. But the vision mixer, or whoever it was up in a box, had no idea what was going on. So there was a huge pause, and then suddenly a hippopotamus would come, and Len would blow up. I mean, get really quite cross, and we'd rehearse and rehearse and rehearse and rehearse until it was perfection. And the same with the farting armchairs. I mean, you sat in it, and the first, nothing, and then it sort of delayed.
Would you stay behind a minute, Reggie? Sit down.
Thank you, CJ. Sorry, CJ.
The farting chairs were done, that was done live in the studio, and it was hell. It was hell.
Goodbye, Reggie. Sorry, CJ. Not at all pleased with your present work.
Sorry, CJ.
Well, I don't know where David Nobbs got the idea from, but it certainly worked.
Ah, new chairs, I see.
Yeah. How do you know?
No, I didn't know. They just look new.
You're right. Very observant. The old ones used to make an embarrassing noise. Do sit down.
Oh, thank you very much.
Goodbye, Reggie.
He was a great perfectionist. He wouldn't tolerate inefficiency of any kind, either in that sort of technical matter or in shortcomings of his fellow actors. He was quite a tough chap to act with, and you had to be on the ball all the time.
I know he has the reputation, not of being difficult, but of perhaps knowing his own mind, but I think that's wonderful.